In this video, we will try just to simply explain what is the stock market, how it works, etc. and mostly who are the main participants in it, just to take a brief picture of the entire scheme, how the stock market works. Welcome to Succeed in Finance. My name is Angel. Please subscribe and hit the like button to support our channel. Thank you. So, the main purpose of the stock market is the business companies to gather capital, to raise up their capital. Every business needs money in order to exist, to work, to expand, to increase their market share, to develop new products or to implement new projects in their activity, etc. There are other options for raising up capital, but they cannot compare at all with issuing shares. As it is written on the economic books, issuing shares, going public and issuing shares is one of the best options for gathering money, for rising up capital at a relatively low price. Actually, what is the price that the company pays towards this for gathering this money? The actual price is that the company offers part of its ownership. In other words, the business company invites other investors. Hey guys, please join us in our business adventure. We are going to share all the profits, all the benefits that we've got from this, and etc. In other words, the company has to advertise itself and to sell itself to the mass public. Okay, how the business companies are issuing these shares? They are doing so. The entire procedure for issuing shares is a bit complicated, but we are going to simplify it just to catch the main points. The main point is that they are doing so with the help of specialized, with the investment and consulting companies that are specialists in the investment banking. Have in mind that investment banking, when you hear about the bank, investment banking is different than the commercial banks. Commercial banks, they are dealing with your savings, they are handling with your loans, with your mortgages, they're keeping your savings, etc. But when it comes to stocks, trading stocks and shares, the division of investment banking is dealing with those stuff. So let's go ahead. In order to be listed on the particular stock exchange, the business company has to prepare a prospect. This is some kind of business plan, like imagine it like a brochure. This business plan, this prospect, must comply with the certain rules that are established already by the local legislation and established also by the Security and Exchange Commission. Yeah, they are the authority, the regulatory authority for the entire process. So, once this prospect is approved, it must be approved also by the stock exchange. Also, many figures must be calculated, etc. But let's say everything went smoothly and the company is ready to be listed on the stock exchange. Okay, IPO is happening, initial public offering. This is the day when the company goes public and offers shares to the mass public for the first time. So everything goes okay, and what is happening? Parts of the company through the stock exchange goes to the, let's say, to the pockets of the individuals and institutional investors. On the opposite side, what it goes from here to the company goes money, and they start to gather this money, and they will start to use this money for further development. Or if they have a bad management, they can start to buy themselves a new limo to go on vacation, etc. Yeah. So let's go further. Okay, have in mind that each stock, each share brings given particular rights, give a certain rights. Each share brings you the right for voting when the company, this is just at least on theory, but if you have, let's say, more than 51% of the company, you have the right for voting in the company, you have the right for dividend, in other words, to participate in their profits, and the right for liquidation quote, or the right for liquidation part of the company in case of bankruptcy. So all these rights must be secured somehow. And also imagine where actually these stocks, where they are deposited, where they are registered. Here it comes the role of the clearinghouse. Clearinghouse execute a very important role in the entire process. Imagine it as giant servers that keep all the records of each transfer, and they keep all the records of the shareholders of this company. And when it comes, let's say, the day for giving out dividends, and you bought a share from this company, here it's kept a record that Mr. John has one share of this company, and he deserves and he must be provided with this dividend from the company. Okay, have in mind also that actually transferring of the shares may happen not only on the floor of the stock exchange. It can happen on the so-called OTC market, over-the-counter market. What does it, how it works? What does it mean, OTC market? Imagine that you want to give your shares to some of your relatives, let's say, or let's say your uncle want to give you some of his shares. He has stocks from Berkshire Hathaway, yeah, and he want to give it to you. So you don't want to go to the stock exchange to pay their fees and the deal to be executed. But you want to do this somehow, and the deal to be registered and to be valid from day on, from this day. So you can do this on the OTC market. Okay, but this is a different topic. The other, so let's go further and see what's then the role of the broker dealers. Broker dealers are a very important participant on this market. They are the so-called market makers. Broker dealers are making the market. How is this so? They are obliged constantly to quote, bid and ask quotes. Bid and ask quotes. What does it mean? At every moment, they are obliged, if someone wants to sell his shares, they are obliged to buy it. If someone wants to buy shares from this company, they put a quote for ask, and the brokers are obliged to sell these shares to this particular investor. In other words, they provide liquidity to the market. What does it mean, liquidity? Liquidity, it comes to how fast, how easily and how fast you can exchange your financial instruments, shares, options, futures, etc., whatever it is, how fast you can exchange your financial instruments for money. This okay, guys, this was just a brief picture of the entire of what stock market is. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button.